Hey guys, this is GamerCow. Welcome back to Pokemon TCG2. We are going in the Rock Club. That was what was chosen. We are going to be using the Jigglypuff coin. That was also chosen. And we are going to be using Tuffers. This is a minor reference to Phil Tufnell because he's kind of cool. And yeah, this is a Wigglytuff deck. Plain and simple. I think we're pretty much going to win most of our games here simply because we have Cypher. But yeah, the idea of this deck is to abuse the crap out of Wigglytuff. Best card ever. Wigglytuff's Do the Wave attack, 60 damage if you have a full bench. 60 damage for any free energy is pretty damn good. Especially because double colorless exists, recycle energy exists. So yep, flat out thing. Status conditions are kind of a pain in the ass, so I actually have one tech copy of this Wigglytuff, because even though this Wigglytuff is the absolute worst attacker I have ever seen, that actually does damage, but you know, pretty much the worst attacker I have ever seen, it still has an ability where if I flip a coin and get heads, I can remove a status condition from my active. So yeah, there's that as a tech copy, because it's going to be a bench sitter anyway, you know, might as well. But yeah, don't ever try and attack with it. It does 20 damage for 4 energy and only reduces damage by 10 next turn. It sucks. Workhorse of the deck here is going to be our Jigglypuff friend. If you get heads with this, you get a basic Pokemon at random from your deck onto your bench. So the idea is to lead with this thing so that you can try and get heads with Friendship Song, you can flip, you know, you can get a Pokemon out of your deck. The quicker you fill your bench up, the better it is for Tuffers. So yeah, you do 60 damage in turn 2 if you're good enough. 40 to 60 damage turn 2 is usually what we're shooting for with this deck. Because Jigglypuff and Wigglytuff are weak against fighting, which is not exactly very good, Cypher comes into play because it's got 0 retreat, it's a basic, which is absolutely amazing, and it's got a resistance to fighting. So yeah, it also does a flat 30 damage, and it gives me an excuse to use Grass Energy just in case I can get Sword Stance off to do 60 next turn. You see, we're going to win most of our games here because Cypher, being Grass type, is very good against the Rock type cards. So yeah. The final thing though, just in case Cypher is not enough, I have Mr. Mime in here as well. One copy of Mr. Mime as a basic so that my fighting weakness gets killed is good. It's just useful to have around, but it's not something I rely on. Hence it's only a one-off card. So yeah. In terms of energy's a bit different with this deck. Yeah, double colorless energy is very good for both attackers in here, obviously. Grass energy, I play free. I don't really need that many because it's just to get a basic energy in there, just in case. You know, I can nightly garbage run these, that's the only reason I play them. Full heal energy, if you attach this to your active, then you recover from status conditions. So it's pretty good if you get paralyzed by like Strength Shot or some stupid shit like that. Yeah, this is the sequel to the old Pokemon trading card game. It was English translated, and it's pretty good. Recycle Energy, very, very broken card. Oh my god, this card is so good. It only provides a colorless energy, but whenever it's in play and it's discarded, it goes back to your hand. If you retreat with this card, it goes back to your hand. If you discard it for Super Potion, which I don't have in this deck, I could put it in this deck, but I would rather have Search and stuff. But yeah, if you discard it with Super Potion, you get it back into your hand. If you discard it with Super Energy Removal, which I do have, you get it back into your hand. So this, although it costs you an energy attachment, it's a free card. You don't have to worry about it. If your Pokemon gets knocked out, it goes back to your hand. If the opponent energy removals it, it goes back to your hand. It's such a fucking broken card. Like, seriously. I've got 2 basic energy removal as well, though, because I don't want to rely on supers all the time. Supers will only discard from one Pokemon, so if the opponent only has 1 energy on their Pokemon, I don't want to be using super energy removal. Regular energy removal is fine. Yeah, this game has the first 4 sets and then Japanese promo set cards, which we didn't get. Again, it's a Japanese game, so yeah. It goes up to Team Rocket, and then it has the Japanese vending machine cards as well. But yeah, Professor Oak's pretty standard. A 2 item finder, I don't have space for everything otherwise. I don't generally need more than 2 item finder. Pokemon Trader, kind of important for this deck because you don't necessarily want to have too many Wigglytuff in your hand at the time. You want to have as many basics as possible. So you want 1 Wigglytuff and a couple of good stuffs with basics and things. So you want to swarm basics as quickly as possible, and that's that. A couple of switch because Toughers has got a 2 retreat cost, and I don't particularly like that. And plus power is essential as always because plus power lets you do 70, which is a magic number to KO Electabuzz and Hitmonchan and stuff like that. So yeah, computer search is obviously really good in this deck too. You could play a free computer search item finder list, but I kind of want to do it like this. So yeah. I might actually try and play a Super Potion instead of one of the computer searches on Bynum. Man, he looks like an old fogey when you actually look on the overworld. He did this in the first game too, and it's kind of really weird. Electabuzz was pretty broken, yes, but we don't need to worry about that. Okay, so not a great start here, but I do have Cypher, and since we're against a Rock Club, this is probably about the best start I could want, to be honest. Going first with that. And it's a Snorlax. Okay, that's interesting. And my ear is itching, that is also interesting. Not really. So, Pokemon Trader is a good thing here. Get rid of this stupid Wigglytuff and get ourselves a Jiggles out of the deck. Yep, sounds good to me. All of my Pokemon are in the deck, which is always a good start. Yeah. You're hearing movement of the mic, that's because I had to scratch my ear, which is the one in the mic. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a grass, just use the grass on here. I'm gonna Swords Dance. Snorlax takes 4 energy to attack, so it's kind of dumb, and it's really not gonna help. Kangaskhan, he's got all the stupid high HP Pokemon, so I'm gonna want to get Toughers online pretty soon. But it doesn't matter. Because I'm gonna be shooting for double colorless this turn, so that I can hopefully get hey, double colorless, so I can hopefully get a sort of slash off for 60 this turn. That's what I wanted to do. Anyway, Jigglypuff, get that down on the bench. I have 4 Pokemon on my bench right now, which is pretty good. Challenge would be counterintuitive in this deck in a way, actually. It would be really good to start the game, but like in this situation, he should be accepting the challenge because I don't get very much off of it. But he's dumb, so he doesn't. Yeah, not much more to say about that. So I'm just going to slash. I'm going to do 70 because of plus power. Doesn't matter, 60, 70, it makes no difference in this situation. Ah, Rhyhorn, how about that? Really not too painful for me. Double colorless is pretty good, but I'm going to put the recycle on Jigglypuff first. And I'm going to evolve to the Wigglytuff. May as well. And just slash for the remaining damage here. Usually Cypher is not what I'm attacking with in this deck, it's mostly a bench sitter that's a fighting resist, and a 0 retreat cost card for if I get knocked out. But it's pretty good when it gets played. Because now I'm going to retreat to it, obviously, and retreat to the Wigglytuff. And I guess I just go ahead and attack with Do the Wave here. Or I could take out Rhyhorn before it becomes a potential danger. Yeah, plus power, I'm going to compute search, I'm going to get rid of super energy removal and full heal energy. So I'm going to get myself out another Pokemon, it's going to be Jiggles, of course. Because we want to stream Wigglytuff as much as possible here. And now with Gust of Wind and a full bench... Wait, I don't have a full bench yet. I'm going to have to Oak this turn as well. Get ourselves another Pokemon out. Yeah. I don't have anything that can use that right. Challenge, please get me another Pokemon. Trader, that's not another Pokemon. I'm going to discard that. I mean, I've got 4 computer search, so what does it really matter? But, yeah. Get ourselves out Cypher. Can't take Challenge. Challenge ain't what I want. Cypher's what I want. So now I have a full bench and a plus power, so I do 70 damage. Which is dubstep knockout mode, I guess. Yeah, it's that. Kind of awesome. More Kangaskhan. This dude has just got like a 10 billion HP bench, basically. This is kind of stupid. Why not the double plus? Because I wanted to get 60 damage off this turn as well. Because now when I'm hitting for 60, I two-shot everything in the game. So there's not much point in not hitting for 60. Pretty much. I mean, I can still two-shot the stuff with 50 damage, sure, but... Double Colorless on a Rhyhorn. I can try and get another Gust of Wind. If I have another Gust of Wind I can use. Or another way to get one. How many cards in deck? 19. Maybe a bit risky. Maybe a little risky. But this game is nothing without risk. So let's just play the plus power. I'm gonna play the Professor Oak. Go for a Gust of Wind here. Computer Search, will that help? It might help. I don't need any more Jigglypuff down on the bench at this point. I don't think I need Super Energy Removal. Shouldn't need Super Energy Removal. But I don't need Wigglytuff here either, so that should be my first discard. Ah, Gust of Wind, there we go, good. So Gust of Wind out the Rhyhorn. And do the way for 70. And now all it takes is an item finder, so I can Gust of Wind again and get off another damage on... Yeah. I should have looked to see what was left in deck before I did that, actually. Oh well. Cycle energy down on that. It doesn't matter because I win in 2 turns regardless, but I want to try and win this turn. So if I can win this turn, which I can win this turn, then that's exactly what we're gonna do. I'm Gust of Winding because I want to take out the thing which is which Rhyhorn. Now Rhyhorn basically has weakness against me. So I want to take it out before it becomes a threat. Gust of Wind lets me freely choose what I attack, pretty much. So yeah, that's why I was doing that. Anyway, he gives a Premier Pat, not too important. Although it does give Hitmonchan. Again, I was grinding for this card, so yeah, that's pretty interesting that I get that now. Obviously very good card, one of the best cards of the game. I'd like to say maybe 3rd best Pokemon, but you know, this is ignoring the fact that Blastoise exists, but I don't know, Blastoise is alright, I guess. Anyway, Ryan, we are going to duel him next. Important truth, I think this guy is like an Earthquake deck, basically. But that's fine. We don't mind too much about Earthquake. Jigglypuff. Lone Jigglypuff start looks scary, but it's got 50 HP, so he won't be able to knock it out in one shot. There isn't a rock type that does 20 damage in one go. He doesn't even have anything. Wow. Okay, that Sandshrew could have been a real pain in the ass, so I'm kind of glad he didn't have anything there. But oh man, that triple Professor Oak hand. Oh dear, that is not good. That can happen sometimes in this game, where you just end up drawing like ridiculous amounts of this Professor Oak, and that kind of really screws up my late game stuff. But you know, we've kind of got to go with it. I do have 2 item finder in this deck, so I could probably still pull it out. It's just going to be a lot harder than it should be now. I'm going to hold off on Nightly Garbage Run though. Friendship Song, get aheads please. Yes, there we go. Random Pokemon from our deck. It is going to be another Cypher. Okay, pretty good. And Fighting Energy doesn't even go on a Sandshrew. Computer Search. I think I know what I'm doing this turn. Computer Search, discard Full Heal and Gust of Wind. I don't want to discard a double colorless, I can't get that back. So, Toughers can come on out. And yeah, do the wave for 40 damage. Just enough to take the knockout. With a couple of Gust of Wind, I can work around whatever he wants to switch into here. Because Cubone would reduce the damage I take by 20. I don't like that. So I'm going to Gust of Wind away from it. I could also Computer Search, but I don't want to do that. I want to Gust of Wind away from it. Take out this Diglett. And yeah. Do the wave, 40 damage, take it out. I can get Professor Oak from my deck next turn, I think. Energy removal. I've got double colorless in my hand, that's why I kept hold of it, so... yeah, good stuff. So yeah, I have enough cards in my hand to do that now. So double colorless back on you, I need to be able to attack this turn. I discard, get myself out Professor Oak. My last Oak, unfortunately. Nightly Garbage Run back into energy I discarded previously. No resistance to colorless Pokemon. No, there are no resistances to colorless Pokemon in this game. There was once a resistance to colorless Pokemon, but there isn't anymore. Oh, Item Finder. 2 Item Finder at that. That's interesting. Challenge. What am I going to get out of this one? More challenge. What am I going to get out of this one? Energy removal. Okay. What I really need is Pokemon for the bench here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 1 Item Finder to discard these 2, and I'm going to get myself back a Trader. Because I have 1 Cypher in my hand too, so if I trade away Wigglytuff here, get myself a... doesn't matter, but I'll get a Jigglypuff. Put these 2 down, that fills my bench up, so I now do 60 damage, minus the 20 for his Snivel, 40 damage, still knocks it down in 1 shot, and that is game over. Toughers, man. Toughers is freaking awesome. Like, this deck is just so good. And he gives Legends packs, which is nice. More Arcanine? Arcanine's pretty neat. It's a bit slow, but it can use double colorless, so yeah. Right, now for Matthew, who in the original game was the tank dude, but I don't think he's the tank dude in this game. No, he's the Rolling Stones dude! Okay then. Rolling Stone it is. Double Cypher start, always lead with Cypher if you have it, because Cypher has 0 retreat cost and will never get one-shotted. So always lead with Cypher, it's too good. Even fire types can't knock it out in 1 shot. It's that good. Anyway, with his setup right now, I'm going to energy removal the Ponyta, because it takes 2 energy to attack, so who gives a shit about that Ponyta right now? I don't have any way of getting extra Pokemon out here, so I'm going to just go ahead and go for the Friendship Song. This is not exactly a good starting hand. This unfortunately happens sometimes, and flipping tails just means nothing happens with my attack, so too bad. Challenge. Okay, please give me a couple of cards I could use. Gust of Wind, Jigglypuff? Well, there's a basic. Or I didn't really want to do that, did I? Because I could have traded that for a Wigglytuff, and I could have attacked this turn. Oh, well, I didn't, so what? Not getting heads with that really sucks, though. I couldn't have knocked him out if I did, though. Oh, Rapidash. That ain't good. Rapidash is gonna kind of hurt here, and because it's a fire type, it hits Cypher super effectively, so I don't like that Rapidash. I'm gonna retreat to that, although Diglett got no retreat cost, so that wasn't a good idea either. Huh, I might be in some trouble here. Let's attach DCE to the bench Jigglypuff, because Recycle Energy will go back into my hand, so I'm not too worried about that. And I finally get a Friendship Song off. What are we going to get? Cypher. Okay. I might want to get Mr. Mime out this game. This might be the first game I actually use Mr. Mime. Dig's gonna do 20 because of weakness. Who cares? Cypher can come out. Again, always go back to Cypher because it has no retreat cost. Finally, something I can use. So, what we're gonna do then is we're gonna have Dubstep once again. I'm gonna play down the Recycle Energy, go for that. Gonna Nightly Garbage Run back in the Jigglypuff because we want to have that back to draw later. Gonna discard these two cards, get ourselves to Professor Oak, which was the third card of the deck, and I just do this anyway because I want to see what else we've got. We have got only 3 Oaks, 1 is prized, 2 Item Finder, that's what I have in the deck anyway. Gust Winds, blah blah blah, 3 more Computer Search, so they're all in the deck. Everything seems to be perfectly fine, we've got most of what we need. One of my Wigglytuff is prized though, so that's kind of annoying. Yeah. Well, that's fine. This is a decent setup. I can get Wigglytuff out this turn, which is good. Challenge. That'll let me get out. Hopefully, get more Pokemon. More challenge. More Pokemon, please. Energy removal. That will do. Bill. Blah blah blah. More Bill and a Jigglypuff. Good card. Good card. And another Jigglypuff. Excellent, so we can fill our bench up now. That's good, so I'll be hitting 60. I've got a Jigglypuff ready to go for Tuffers over here. So we just need to get the right Tuffers. So that's what we're going to do just now. And yeah, not much else to say with that. I'm going to energy removal the Rapidash though, because that Rapidash is still going to be able to attack very easily, so we don't want that. Yeah, not a whole lot else to do, just switch out to Wigglytuff and do the wave. 60 damage. Next turn I can Computer Search a plus power and take this Rapidash out, and that's going to be game. Yeah, not much else to say with it. That's game. Because pretty much it's just a case of discard, discard, plus power, do the wave, 70 damage, magic number. Yep, 70 damage is a good number to hit in this game as well. Like, 50 2-hit KOs most Pokemon except Chansey and Charizard. They're the only 2 which will survive that. 60 is the magic number to 2-hit KO everything in the game. And 70 is the magic number to 1-hit KO Electabuzz, Hitmonchan, and random stuff like Articuno, I guess. And Muk. Muk is another one you'd knock out with that. Anyway, this dude also gives just Premier Packs. Scoop Up, I grinded for a couple of those, but yeah, it's an interesting card to get. It's pretty good with Alakazam and Chansey. Pretty fucking annoying with that actually, but especially if you put Mr. Mime in that mix. So yeah, finally, we take on Jean. I don't remember if he has a different deck. He should have a different deck. I think that is a different deck. But yeah, that Brock impersonation is totally not Brock. Totally not Brock. We have a Jiggle start. Solo Jigglypuff would be sort of scary in the metagame because plus power Hitmonchan knocks it out, but I think I'm okay. Also, I'm going first, so it really doesn't matter. Ah, Cypher. Now that's what we're talking about. I think I'm going to hold off on the rest of my cards this turn, just going to put Recycle down and Friendship Song. Don't get the heads. Okay. Dude, Ami, seriously. Onyx, nah. Doesn't matter. Onyx is kind of not that good. It's got paralysis and stuff, but it isn't that good. Recycle energy, yeah. This isn't really that good of a hand, I'll be completely honest. So I think I'm going to just... I could just run Cypher this game, to be honest. I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to Swords Dance because I might get a DCE next turn. Yeah, reducing damage. Well, I one-shot you regardless. Cypher's fighting resistance is pretty much an auto-win in this game. Like, this particular match, it's basically auto-win. Yeah, let's computer search, get rid of Gust of Wind, and recycle energy, I suppose. And we shall get ourselves out double colorless. All 4 DC are in the deck, that is pretty good. Slash will do 100 damage. 120 because of weakness, minus 20 because of Snivel. Item Finder, very nice. Okay, we want to take out that Onyx this turn, because that Onyx can paralyze, and whilst it's not going to hurt me because of resistance, it's stupid annoying. So I don't want it in play, basically. So plus power slash will do 70 damage and knock it out in one go. Cypher is OP. Cypher is like the best Pokemon in the game. I'm not even kidding with that. It's 70 HP, it's got no retreat cost, it does 30 damage for free of any energy, which includes double colorless, as we are seeing right here. Cypher is too good. It is just so good. So he's gonna go for the paralysis, and he doesn't get it. Okay, but that means I want to take this thing out this turn, because it's annoying. So what I need to do is I need to Item Finder. We shall discard Trader, and one of my Professor Oaks, because I don't need 2. Get ourselves back the plus power. What's he have on bench? Cubone. Fine. Slash for 70, take this thing out. And that's game. You can Snivel if you want, I still do 40 damage, because of your weakness. Cypher is just amazing. Really is. This is the reason I run Cypher in this deck, is because of the fighting resistance and everything. It just so happens that the Rock Club is obviously weak against grass, so yeah, but the fighting resistance is the reason to play it. So yeah, that's pretty much this club done. And we get Lost Isle packs for that. So what are we going to get there? We're going to get Super Energy Removal. Yeah, a card I have about 7 of by now because of grinding and stuff. But yeah, Super Energy Removal. We've seen how broken it is already. And a Premier Pack. What are we going to get from there? We're going to get Gyarados. Gyarados is like the joke card from the original game. Like, you always have more of this than you do Magikarp. It's stupid. Really is. Yep. So, with that said, tonight's session is officially done. I have streamed for a decent bit tonight, and I streamed most of this afternoon as well, thanks to my new mechanical keyboard and stuff. So, next time we do Pokemon TCG2, whenever that is, we'll find out which of the remaining clubs we're going to do next, and find out what coin we're going to use, and I'll probably build some more decks for it. I have one more deck in mind for what I want to use, but yeah, I'll build some more decks with some more different cards in this, so we can use 8 different decks and 8 different clubs, and it'll all be pretty good, and everything can happen. So this is, once again, being Gamer Cow, playing Pokemon TCG2, obviously. And next time, we do more stuff. Do remember that I play Pokemon Trading Card Game Online sometimes as well, especially because Plasma Freeze is out at the moment. You know, that's just come out. I need to get some more cards for it, specifically Deoxys and Thundurus. But, yeah, I will be doing Pokemon Trading Card Game Online stuff as well at some point soon. So, yeah, look forward to that too.